You sent me something to look at?
I think I sent it. I want something.
It's just the same thing you're working on today.
Just the discussion board, but we can also work on the because I this stop. I didn't really finish it still. I don't
Okay.
know.
Right, so should you start the word first?
Yeah.
So, okay, so two, one is rubric and one is. So you are writing a rubric?
I should the just from the lesson plan I created last time.
Okay. But is that what you're supposed to do? Come up with a rubric?
Yeah, this the rubric. I'll send you the lesson plan again.
Okay. Okay, so we're doing. Tell me what you're looking
I'm so-called creating a rubric for my lesson plan.
at. You have to create it.
Yeah.
Have you started it?
So-called the one that's at my rubric, and then I put in those two little square thingies, those brackets or whatever.
Where?
The AH is the so-called the one I have for the rubric.
Okay, so rubric A. That's
Yeah,
what you're
that
looking
one is the so-called the one I created.
at. That's the one you created. Okay, so you're done with it?
Yeah.
Looks like it. You just want me to look it over?
Yeah. And these are so-called based on the objectives I had on the lesson plan.
Your objectives are right off the bat, right on top of the lesson plan.
Yes.
Learn how to name and pronounce the habitat. Which animals live, and identify. Right.
Yes.
So your rubric that you created corresponds to those objectives.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Oh, and what? Begin with SW18.
Student will be.
Thank you. Right. So
So for the animal.
how about saying for advanced,
Yes.
the child is easily able to study excellently, easily able to do the concept.
Mhm.
Maybe at the end,
Yes.
Without any difficulty, pronounced, the child's easily able to stand and pronounce habitats without any difficulty. Maybe singular. Two. Some of the how about instead of list,
Yes.
the child, this is intermediate, the child is able to place some of the habitat, some of the animals, place. Some of the animals in their correct habitat, but still get some of them. The children can identify both the animals and habitats that they belong in, belong to. Something that most animals and habitats they belong to. Yes. So they will effectively identify the animals. Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't know about effectively. How about easily? Good. And if the animal do that same thing without any difficulty. Situated. Language is that read. Child's able to read very simple words, but struggles. I think I would say the child struggles to read very simple words. I think it's the child struggles to read very simple words. words, and then you don't need the struggle. The child can read simple words, has problems with more complex words. Okay? Child is proficient in reading simple and complex words, but struggles with new or yeah. I mean, you could say unknown words. I don't know. Do you like unidentified? They're both fine.
Maybe unknown.
Okay. I just don't know what the normal.
Unknown.
To read proficiently at their grade level and meet the expectations. Child struggles with writing comprehensible sentences, uses incorrect grammar. The child mostly struggles writing sentences that feel naturally. I would say, but is able to use instead of write, use grammar correctly. Use grammar correctly. And occasionally, and occasionally uses tense and parts of speech correctly. Child mostly struggles writing sentences. Mostly struggles. I would get rid of mostly up here. Because struggles means, yeah, it's not so easy. The child struggles writing sentences that feel naturally. Oh, I know. The child struggles to write sentences. To write. The child struggles with sentences that feel naturally, but is able to use grammar correctly and occasionally uses tense and parts of speech correctly, right? Third one, the child often uses correct spelling, sentence structure, tenses, and parts of speech correctly. Often. Okay, I don't think you need to correctly again. Jerry said. So the child often uses correct spelling, sentence structure, tenses, and parts of speech. There you go. But what now? Right after speech. But sometimes for a small s here. Sometimes get rid of the will and then put an S on struggle. Unknown, I would get rid of this word because Jerry uses it. But sometimes struggles with unknown and new words. Okay. Child exemplifies advanced usage of grammar, tense, parts of speech. Okay, that's good. The child is unable to pronounce most words that speak before. Child is able to pronounce some words and speaks. I do a but here. But speaks the broken English. child is able to pronounce most words, has strong proficiency in spoken English?
Yeah.
Because you're talking about spoken, right? Yeah. The child is strong fluency. Maybe you want fluency instead of proficiency on that one?
For this one?
Yeah. I mean, you know more than I do about this, but I'm just thinking of the last one. Is proficiency different than fluency?
I think when I looked at this last time, I switched this one with the other fluency.
So you think what?
Before this was fluency, and then I switched to.
Okay, leave it, because there might be a difference.
So-called one sounds more like of the other one.
Okay,
The
because
other.
fluency, like, totally easy to everything. No, yeah. The child is strong fluency in speaking English. I'd say. I'd say in spoken English. And I would say in the pronunciation of new words. And in the pronunciation of yeah, let's see. Here, listening. Child has difficulty following specific directions or yeah. Child has some difficulty in understanding directions, but follows simple. I would say, but is able to follow simple instructions. But is able to follow simple instructions. The child with limited difficulty so what are you saying there? That the child has some difficulty or no? A little difficulty in following specific instructions?
Uh,
Child has limited difficulty. Limited difficulty would mean not too much difficulty or some difficulty.
I think this is, we're trying to say some too, but already said it in the
Okay.
that other one.
Yes. Gotcha.
This one is more like they almost know everything, but it's getting there.
Okay. How about has a little difficulty? The child has a little difficulty following specific instructions. Following. So just get rid of that in there. Child has a little difficulty following specific instructions, but follows and understands simple instructions. Okay, so there's specific. That's harder, but simple would be easier. Okay. Child shows a strong understanding of complex instructions. It is able to follow along. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, that's good. Anything else to do with that?
I think that that should be. Oh,
Good for that one. Getting out of that one. So we're done with the rubric.
Yes.
So now, what do we do? We done with your lesson plan?
Yeah, the lesson plan, I would, maybe next week, I will be working on it again because it's the final project.
Okay, so that's next week?
It'll be for next
Not
week.
today.
Not,
All right, I'm getting rid of it. Okay, now, do we want to go back to your other paper?
yeah. Should I send it to you?
Should, when I get rid of it.
Okay.
There's too much stuff there. CDA,
Yeah, the one I'm so-called out for the first one that just normal no copy one, I was on that one, I was mostly just working on the resource, the citation part.
okay.
Yeah, I was working on the citation one. And then for the so-called copy, I have started to answer some of the questions.
So there's Mandy's number 3 CDA.
Yeah, for
Look at that.
that one is so-called the resource. I was working on this on the citation on the page 2.
You're doing the citations first.
Yeah, right now I was working on the citation. This one's completed. This one's completed for the first video. I'm working on the second one. That one is supposed to be. But,
So you still have to kind of rate the paper, right?
I so-called for the what I have at the moment is really I was starting to answer some of the questions. I answered some of the questions.
Have you watched the videos?
I am so-called still in the beginning because I've been having internet issues.
So you still have to watch them and take notes on them?
Yeah, but mostly that.
So what would you like to do with this? You want to come?
Yes, sir.
Sit in it. Right. Okay, so you think you know what you're doing with the paper?
Yeah, most for the video, I think I see the kind of pattern of what's happening with it. For the first one with the adults, it's mostly repetition and then they practicing it towards the end of the video. And then for the other one, it's both the teacher and the students interacting with each other.
Okay.
And it seems like it's the same idea. There's like the teachers telling them action or something, that video with them moving around.
Okay. Yeah. So the big problem is that you haven't really watched the video.
Not all the way through, halfway.
Okay, so you have to put it in.
Yeah.
Can you do it here easier?
And
Cool.
yeah, yesterday so-called when I was trying to load the videos to watch it here, I had some internet issues.
Okay, so even here,
Yeah.
is it easier at home or is it easier here?
I don't know. It's just because the internet's not that well.
Okay, so what should we do?
Hmm. I think the only one that's really ready to really form and maybe in a paragraph would maybe be the classroom management.
Okay.
And that one is, I think that one is mostly maybe one of the questions about the rough tone. I'm not sure really, but it's so-called maybe about if the teacher changed their tone in speaking
Mhm.
during the presentation. But I think that one I might not take out. But the rest should be okay.
Okay.
This is one that's mostly based on the first video,
Okay.
the adult one. And I did kind of compare a little bit of the to the second video.
Okay, yeah, because I'm looking at where did the teacher stand? Did the teacher move? I did the boy school. Did the teacher rough tune?
I don't remember in the book. It might be in there, but when I googled it, it's so common. It said this when the teacher changed their tone of their voice to match so that students understand what they're saying.
Okay, like match to the students or something?
Or like say slower, soft, in a tone that they would really understand what the professor or teacher saying. In the first language.
All right, so yeah. So you feel like you can do that one?
This one to form into a paragraph. I think most of this stuff is mostly about the adult one.
You know one?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, except you can talk about where the teachers stand.
Yeah.
Where do they move? That classroom one, which is I mean, sorry, the little kid one, the teacher's all over the place.
Yeah.
Much more active.
Yeah.
Well, I think you could probably do both of them. I mean, actually, if anything, the little kids, it seems like.
I don't think I heard any of the first language being spoken a lot, mostly in English.
Okay.
Yeah. For that one, if they did say in Chinese, it would have been maybe the other teachers just like tell them to like sit down or something like that.
Okay, yeah.
Not really use that really. It's just similar to the other one, but like so-called when they try to the pair activity with what the teacher gives them, when the teacher heard one of the students talking through the native language, they said that speak in English only.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so you sort of feel like you know what you're gonna write there.
Yeah, for this one.
Just have to do it.
Yeah.
Do you have questions about anything?
Hmm.
Of anyone?
I think can you help me just format the classroom management as part paragraph into a
Okay.
paragraph?
So how are you going to, we've talked about, you're gonna do everything about one and then everything about the other?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're wondering how you're gonna construct the paragraph for classroom management?
Yeah, for
When you
the
say format, is that what you mean?
yeah, like make it to so-called started to answer the questions
Okay,
and then put it into the
okay.
paragraph.
So we're gonna start with the little kids.
Mm. Yeah.
Cause it's kind of like two whole essays, right? That's how you're doing it. Everything
Yes.
about the one, then everything about the other.
Yeah.
Um. So. How many teachers were there?
So-called for the first one, I mostly just saw one in the front of the
You're
Class.
focusing on that guy, right?
and then saw in the classroom mostly the students are female, and then in the corner I saw there was a man and another lady, and there would be a camera lady in the other corner or a cameraman. Yeah.
But really, are you focusing on one, when you think of it, are you gonna mention that?
And I think those questions did not really mention those.
Well, they just said, where did the teacher or the S teachers stand? So you could say, there were 3 teachers in the class if you want. In the video of the, small children in China,
Yeah.
uh, there appear to be 3 teachers, I don't know.
In that one, maybe it's mostly it looked like it might be 3-2, but it's mostly the one in the middle talking.
So I would say in the video, I don't know, how you refer to this, the school in China, the Chinese school, the little children, how you identify it.
So one is a classroom of kindergarten kids in
Okay.
China.
Okay, in the video of the classroom of kindergarten kids in China, there appear to be 3 teachers. Um, there's one main teacher and 2 assistants, is what I guess I'd say. And then, so, the main teacher, where do you stand?
Mm. It seems like it was kind of in the front,
That's what it seemed like to me.
but like kind of in the middle of the circle-ish.
Okay, go ahead. The main teachers, mostly stood in the front. But moved.
He mostly was in the center of the.
Okay, so the main teacher stood in the front, mostly in the center of the group.
And then that's the voice of the teacher.
So what?
The question about the voices of the teacher.
Well, let's see. First, did the teacher move around? Did you answer that one? Where did, the thing I'm looking at says, where did the teacher stand? Did the teacher move around? Is that what you see?
Yeah.
Can you write something about how he moved around? So are you gonna make this as a paragraph or are you gonna do a little list like that here?
Maybe put it like a list like this, and then really then move it to like a full on paragraph.
Okay. That's okay with her? Why don't you want to write this as a paragraph? Are you worried about that?
No, it will be in a paragraph. It's just that it's just trying to answer the question.
Um, okay. By the way, if you're not gonna,
Yes.
are you gonna talk about all the teachers or just him?
But those other ones weren't really in the
That's what I'm saying too.
those like so-called those maybe translator for the students, kind of like those teachers didn't really they occasionally appear and then not really in the
Okay.
video.
Up here, there's one main teacher and two assistant teachers. I would add to this and say, two assistant teachers who, translate, who didn't do much or who were mostly there to translate or something like that. So that you don't have to worry about referring back to them later. So then from now on, you don't have to even refer to those teachers, okay?
Mhm.
So then this, where you said the teacher, you can get rid of this apostrophe S thing. I mean, this S in parentheses and just deal, because otherwise we gotta worry about that too much.
Yeah, because in the other one, it will only really just the one teacher in the middle.
Yeah. Yeah. Teacher used to his, right?
Mhm.
Got it. Right? Okay, so his voice is loud, it's both names.
But both the teacher's voice was loud.
When you say both teachers in the classroom?
In both video.
Okay. Okay, I wouldn't even deal with the other video. Because you're gonna be doing this all the way through, and then you're gonna be, okay, now we'll look at the other one, right? Because it'll get confusing otherwise.
So I'll.
But you're not handing, this is just for you, you're not handing it.
Yeah, yeah, this is for me, and then I'll move it, format into a paragraph.
Okay. Okay. Are you gonna talk about the reputation? Is that teacher you?
The repetition?
Yeah, then you use a lot of, like, say things over and over and they have to respond back, like a call and response kind of thing.
I think, yeah,
I mean, I only saw it from the, so. I don't remember, but- Other than loud, what would you say about his voice?
mm,
Like, what's he trying to get them to say?
they were saying there was the so-called a different movement.
Was he trying to get them to speak in English?
Mm, yeah,
And what was he trying to get them to say?
they were so-called really mostly singing songs and mostly singing songs.
Okay.
Then the songs were mostly in English.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen it that way. Okay. So we only have a few more minutes because then it's 3 o'clock.
Mm.
So anything else I can do?
I think that's it.
Think that's good? Okay. Now, when do you have to have this paper?
So-called right now is 2 days late. Those minus maybe 20%.
Oh, no. So you're trying to get.
So
in-
for this one, then I might be trying to redo this one because my professor offered the option, like so-called if you get a lower score
Mhm.
and you wanna redo it, and then you could turn it in the same day you turn in the final project.
Oh, okay, good. So when's that?
The so-called that final project, the lesson plan with all with the rubric and the worksheets and stuff,
Mhm.
is so-called due on the 8th or 9th of May.
Okay.
Then maybe the 9th, the 8th or 9th
Okay.
Yeah. at 11:59.
That's it, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you a little time. Yeah, my last, day is fourth, yeah. All right, so I'm gonna see you on Monday, right?
I was trying to, but didn't make the appointment yet.
Okay, well, probably it's just messed up. The technology is not working very most days. I'm just gonna do this. Hopefully that will.
Do you have any other time on so-called next Wednesday? Because I might not be able to come at 1.
Wednesday I should. Let me see.
Because I think for next week I might be working on the last discussion board, and then maybe the final project.
Let's see. So what time are you thinking?
Because mm, what time do you have at the
Uh, I,
Because for my calendar on my school email on the calendar right now, so-called is for the tutoring, it ends for me with you, so-called this week.
oh,
I don't have you for the next week.
I think I'm here next week. I never know.
It's,
So I'm here Monday and Wednesday next week.
I don't have you in my calendar for the
Okay.
first week of May.
Well, you should tell Christina that.
That's what happened with Melissa too. So I
Okay.
have to. Melissa told her that it's not in the system, so I got next week too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but I have students. Yeah. You're right. I know I have someone. Like if you can, are you available at 1? Or or probably 3 to 4,
I think maybe 3 to 4. I can't.
or 4 to 5. That's probably fine too, but 3 to 4 is probably the safe one. 3 to 4.
Maybe that high.
All right, well, tell her you'd like to see me 3 to 4. I know I have someone from 2:30 to 3, but I think it'll be done by 3.
Okay.
Okay, I might be able to play.
Yeah.
So see if you get into 3 to 4.
Okay.
Okay.
Or maybe the 4th.
Or, yeah, I think supposedly I have someone that never show up. So it's kind of fun. But you said you want to talk to me, right?
Yeah. I'll be coming here, but I'm not sure if you'll be done with your tutoring session at that time.
Right. Yeah, because I have someone till 1. So I'm probably okay from 1, if you let me know ahead of time, 1 to. Most of the day, after 1 o'clock, I'm talking fine. Except for that half hour that I'm doing.
Okay, yeah, maybe the 3 or 4 on next Wednesday.
Okay?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. All right. Take care. Thanks.